All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the SHIPIT Nation PGA Round 2 Showdown show for the VALERO Texas Open. Going through and seeing what we can find here in terms of Round 2 plays. Primary focus will obviously be on DraftKings. If you guys could do us that favor, please hit the like button and subscribe on this video. Helps us out a ton. If you're not a member, get on over to shipitnation.com. We have a lot of different options for you in terms of packages. You can get PGA only, MLB only, all access, industry, low price tag, best value out there for sure. So again, appreciate all your support so far. Let's keep this rocket ship heading in the right direction. In terms of tomorrow for Showdown, I think it's one of those slates where we have a pretty significant weather advantage. As it stands right now, it looks like calm winds in the morning, 3 to 8 mile an hour wind. And then once it gets into the afternoons, we're looking at like 12 to 15 sustained with gusts hitting like 25 to 30 miles an hour. So I really think we have one of these situations where we're going to be all in on the morning guys. Like I just don't see the need to. And a lot of people won't take the full all in approach. A lot of people will give those guys a boost that are going off in the morning. They typically don't go 6-6 in the morning, play the full on advantage. I think that's what we see tomorrow. So we're going to talk about that as we go through. First guy in is our guy, Jerry Matt 88. What's up, Hoop? Thanks for doing the show. Absolutely appreciate the support. Definitely fire questions too. It makes it much easier. I'm not the best solo guy on these shows. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and fire them in there. It makes it much easier. Add some additional talking points. So far, just pull up the leaderboard here. Batia went off today, 9 under. We have Brendan Todd, who's still out there, 5 under. Justin Lauer, 6 under. And then a lot of guys sitting at 4 under. Homa, McCarthy, Alexander, and then Austin Eckroat up at the top. And then obviously a lot of guys at 3. But of course, pretty difficult, I'd say. I mean, currently the cut sitting at even. Probably where it finishes tomorrow would be my guess with this wind in the afternoon. We'll talk about it. We're going back to Batia, Ashtray, as Ross K says. Probably have to, because for me personally, I'll be playing all morning, guys. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do 150 or 20 or 10 teams, but I'm feeling pretty certain that I'll be ending up on all guys going off in the morning. I have it sorted here by price. But how we're going to talk about it in this show, we're going to talk about it by tee time. So I want to sort it by tee time and go from there. And I'm going to kind of cross match and see how some of these guys finished today. The earliest, oh my gosh, Montgomery is 9 over, has that early tee time. That's a spot where I might try to avoid 9 over. Jeez. But Ben Griffin played well. Matty Schmid right here, both the earliest tee times. I think they're fine. I mean, I'm going to be open to play just about anyone with the early tee time and a cheap price tag. Give Smalley and Buckley. Smalley 2 over, I'm fine with him. If I'm going to play these guys early, I just want to make sure they're not completely out of contention. Buckley 1 over. Fine with both those guys. These are going to be guys if you're doing the 150. Keith Mitchell, I'm pretty sure he was awful today. 3 over, yeah, I'd be fine going to Killer Keith. Like, he can make a lot of birdies. So because of his price tag, or because of his score today of 3 over, has a chance to maybe go a little overlooked tomorrow at 7,800. So I'm fine going to him. Aaron Badley, kind of liked a little bit on the main slate. He's sitting at even. I think he's a strong play. I never play Party Marty. Now I'm never really on Ben Martin. Really no interest in Brandon Wu. Take a look at Blair, see where our guy Blair. Oh man, Blair was 6 over. See, those are the scores that scare me, because these guys can just like pack it in and say, you know what, I'm good. Moving on. No thanks. Bramlett, even, good play, 7,100. Bud Cauley. See where our guy Bud Cauley is. 2 over, 6,900. Don't love it, but I'd definitely include him in my player pool, especially in the larger field stuff. Nate Lashley at even. I know Tambo was pretty excited to play him this week. Sitting at even, like, can definitely take advantage of the weather tomorrow, so I'm fine with that. Shelton sometimes pops for decent rounds, 1 under. Yeah, I'm good with him. Shelton, definitely. Lanto, 3 over, and don't love it. Then we start getting into some of the bigger names. Rory, for sure. I mean, Rory's sitting. I mean, Rory has a chance tomorrow, I think, to make a pretty big move. He's going to be popular. I mean, a lot of people will play this weather advantage, but they're not going to go all in. But that will lead to some of these names going off early to have a high ownership. And Rory's sitting at 3 under. Great score for him. I'm in on Rory, 11-7. He's probably going to end up being the highest owned guy on the slate. Totally fine with that. Fleetwood, good with him. Man, Ricky Fowler just freaking sucks, man. 4 over today. I don't think I can play Ricky, to be honest with you. He's not right. I mean, he's honestly terrible. So no Ricky. Jared, I'll get your question in just a second. Lee Hodges, I was very interested in him on the main slate. 1 over, definitely a good play for me tomorrow. I'll be going right back to him. I'm not going to be on Hardy, Kisner. Then you get into some more names here. Hideki at 10-2. 1 over, not the greatest. Again, he's not going to get squeezed, but people are going to definitely try to get to like Rory for sure over him in that top tier. 10-2, Hideki, I think he's a fine play. I faded Spieth on the main slate, 1 over. I would play him here tomorrow though because of this weather advantage. Lucas Glover, 2 under, popular play on the main slate. And he got the job done today, so I'm cool with that. So we have a lot of guys here so far. I'm going to continue on through these morning guys. See, I just wanted to answer Jerry's question. If diving deep into AM, would you also get cute with guys 1 or 10 guys with guys going off? I'm assuming 1 or 10 in a whole lineup and try to squeeze the edge. No, I'm just interested in playing these morning guys. I'm not too interested in trying to decipher that. So just, you're always already going to have an advantage. If you go all in on this morning stacks, you're going to have an advantage right away because most people won't do it. And I will go through some of these afternoon guys and see if there's anything interesting there. But for me personally, I think the advantage is clear. And this gives us an opportunity to make some money. A lot of times you do see in these situations where it can be 5 guys in the AM and then just 1 afternoon guy that battles through with the tougher conditions to get the job. I'm fine with some 5-1s, but for me, it's going to be, I highly recommend like all, going all in on these morning guys. Svensson, 3 under. Wow, he played well today. Yeah, definitely can go to him. Webb at 1 over. I don't like playing Webb, so I'll probably fade. Henley, bounce back. I think he's a fine play at 8-4. What did Tom Kim do today? Tommy Kim, 1 over. Oh, gosh, he just has not gotten anything going. I don't know, maybe. Batia is the big talking point, though, sitting at 9 under in the lead. Absolutely crushed. And I don't love playing the leaders, but, man, with this weather situation tomorrow, I think I will go to him at 7,900. Brendan Todd is up there as well. I think he's a fine option. Austin Eckroat, great round today. Good with him at 75. Mr. Shank, yeah, he's sitting at 1 under, 73. But my boy Chesson sitting at even. Yeah, I could do that. Higo actually played well today. I saw him at the top of the leaderboard. 6,900. I think he's a totally fine option if you're going with these morning only guys. There's a lot of guys teeing off in the morning. Geez. Benny on, sure. Bez, not great today. What did Noren do? 1 over. Yeah, fine playing him. I mean, he's got an early tee time. Neesmith potentially as a cheap option. Man, 4 over, though. That's kind of pushing. I would still include him if you're building like 150 teams. Benny on. What did Mr. On do? 3 over, not the greatest, but, man, I'd play him. He can get hot. I mean, he can get really, really hot. Some of these other guys here, like not a ton. Like now they're starting to get closer to where they are going to be playing in the afternoon. So I do definitely give an advantage to some of these guys going off super early. But coming down here, like Campillo played well today. 6,400. I think he's a really good play. What did Olson do? 68, sitting at 1 over. Yeah, I could play him. He's solid. I know Gracerman was a guy that people liked on the main slate. 7,300. Yeah, not super interested in him. It really starts to drop off with some of these guys. So, just to, go back, I want some of these morning guys like Ben Griffin, Matty Schmidt, I think really good play. Keith Mitchell has a chance to go a little overlooked because of his bad score. And you get to like Rory, Fleetwood. I like Hodges. I like Matsuyama. I'm going to play some Spieth. Glover's a really good play. Henley. I'm going to stay on Batia. Brendan Todd, I think, is a fine option as well. Eckroat, Shank, all solid options. So, there's a lot of guys here. For me, I'm just going all in. Now, if you go to the afternoon and you like a guy, yeah, sure, go for it. But for me, I think it's an all-in situation. It's a distinct advantage. We're talking 3 to 8 mile an hour winds in the morning, limited gusts, and then in the afternoon, it's like 12 to 15 with gusts getting to the 25 to 30 mile an hour range. So for me, it's a very clear all-in situation. Even in 150, and I don't know how many teams I'm building, if I am doing 150 or just 20 or 10 or 5, whatever it may be, I'm just playing all guys in the morning. And I really do think it gives us a solid advantage against the field because a lot of people will not be going that route. Now, a couple housekeeping items I wanted to touch on. We're not going to have round 3 or 4 showdown shows this week, but we have a big announcement, I'll say, next week that's going to come out early in the week in regards to our PGA content, specifically our showdown content. So make sure to tune in next week. We'll have that announcement, and it's kind of specific to showdown. You're not going to want to miss that. So make sure to tune into all our content for the Masters. It's going to be big next week. Really looking forward to it. Prize pools are obviously massive, multiple milli makers. If you've been on the sidelines waiting to get in and become a member at SHIPIT Nation, now is the time to do so. We have UFC 300 next week as well. Masters, it's a great time to get in. So make sure to head on over to shipitnation.com and give us a look. A lot of different package options, weekly, monthly, annual. You can do PGA only, MLB only. So a lot of different options for you. And again, shipitnation.com is the spot to go for that. We'll have all our round 2 showdown content up relatively soon. Core plays, tier rankings, our projections, our ownership. We'll have all that loaded for you as well here pretty soon. But, I think it's pretty clear tomorrow. Not going to sugarcoat it. I think you go all in with these morning tee times, like all in, fade the afternoon. And I really think we're going to have a chance to get to the top of the leaderboard. Strategy I'm going with, strategy I think you should be going with. So, yeah, that's going to do it. Very, simple breakdown here. Kind of went through all the guys that I kind of liked in the morning. I'll be fading the afternoon guys tomorrow. If you guys don't have any other questions, we're going to kind of wrap this up. But again, appreciate all the support. Make sure you get on over shipitnation.com, hit the like, subscribe on this video, and let's get those SHIPIT Nation logos at the top of the leaderboard tomorrow. Good luck in your contest.